it's time then to get underway. Once again, the green light will go on and the session is underway. A fantastic roar around the circuit as well. As the green light goes on, the session is go. Cars will immediately head out onto the track as well for the third practice session. Another 3 hours ahead of us as well for all of the cars to get in some crucial day running. The timing screen's having a complete paddy as per usual when the session starts. But they're immediately heading out there. They've got no choice. Another 3 hours of practice. The LMP2's heading out there as well. The GTM cars. And I can just see a few hypercars as well venturing out. But practice is go ahead of the very, very crucial hyperpole segment with the top 6 from every single session going across the line as well. It's going to be very interesting. So we're underway then here for practice 3. We've got a yellow somewhere on the circuit and we can't see where it is just yet. We've gone green now. I wonder where that was on the track. We will find out for you ASAP. But a little bit of a strange situation there for Yellow Lazy. Presumably someone just running off the track down at the Porsche curves. But green flag running once again. And the 41 of the team WRT has got a 20-minute hold of a penalty, which means they cannot take part in the first 20 minutes of this practice session. That's absolutely shocking news as well. That's terrible, absolutely terrible. Slow zone. We've got a slow zone in effect. Not sure at the moment why, but we've got the 20 car with no front wing. Of course, they can't do anything just yet. So where is this slow zone? Why has this slow zone been activated? It's down, I think, in the first sector. It's down in zone 9, so that's along the start-finish straight. And I wonder why. Is it, again, the Ferrari? Oh, we got debris on the track. Okay. So down at zone 9, at the Ford chicane area of the track, we have got some debris that has triggered this little delay out on the track. We are trying to keep an eye out on what's happening, so stay with us here. So a little bit of debris, yellow flags out the track, and the slow zone in effect. And we're back into green flag running. I'm looking at the race control marshal's point as well. They've got the massive security cameras in effect down there, and it's Marshall Post 39, which is directly at the Ford chicane. So we've gone back to green flag running. Just as that happens, there's another yellow flag somewhere on the track, and once again, not sure exactly where it is at the moment, but I'm sure we'll see as we go back to green. I'll be able to tell you in just a second. And the penalty for the number 20, which put them out for 20 minutes of this session, is because they failed to remove the driver's headrest without tools. And that is a big no-no because the driver needs to get out of the car in terms of emergency. Yellow, spinner, one of the Porsches down at Indianapolis. They've got going again, though. So that is what caused the brief yellow flag on the track down at Indianapolis. Still green, though, with 2 hours, 46 minutes to go. Oh, and spinner down at Recruitment, the last chicane. It is the 18 of the Marco Sheffield cars as well. The Absolute Racing team have spun off as well. So that is a quick reverse at the last corner. Yellow flags are out. Now, can he keep that Porsche going? Yes, held up one of his teammates as well in a fellow Porsche 911 RSR 19. Back to green. Now let's take a look how he did it. Coming across out of the Ford chicane into Recruitment, just takes too much lock over the curbs and jumps over and then bang into the wall. Bang into the track, I should say as well. But we're back to green flag running, which is great news. And we've got a spinner down on the track. I think that is coming into the Mulsanne corner. And I think we've got a car in the gravel trap. We have. And that is it's the 48 IDEX Sports. So they had problems yesterday in the qualifying. They've got problems now. So a spinner down as well with Robert Kubica down at the Recruitment edge of the track where he had to go off. And now I think the Racing Team Netherlands has made contact with the 48 IDEX Sport coming in the inside into Mulsanne. And they did. They both touched and got spun round. Now with this car in the gravel trap, this could trigger a slow zone. So the Racing Team Netherlands hits the side of the 48 of the IDEX Sport. They both go spinning. There goes one of the Ferraris blowing up in the background as well, locking up its tyres. And we have a slow zone in slow zone 5. So zone 5, which is the end of the Mulsanne straight coming into the Mulsanne corner, that is going to delay everything. Guido van der Garde in control of the car at the moment. This delays it for a while. So slow zone now in effect as we just go down half an hour. Our first slow zone of the day. And we've got an unusual situation at the moment with the yellow flags out in the slow zone. 5 cars have had to go round the roundabout to avoid going into the Mulsanne part of the track and avoid this tractor. That's taking it out of the circuit. It's a very dangerous couple of situations going on here at the moment at Le Mans. 57 Ferrari running off the track in the AM category as well. Further back as the green flags now deployed on the circuit as the 57 Ferrari comes back into the pit lane. We are back underway here at Le Mans for third practice. We've got another yellow out on the track. Not sure where. Let's look at the 709 Glickenhaus racing car as well. Not sure what this is. As the 709 is reporting that the radio now working, but only everything I can hear occasionally as, we've got the 20 car once again with the high class racing in LMP2. With Sorensen at the wheel, has stopped. It looks like he's got rear suspension damage. Full course yellow is coming out at the top of the hill. This could trigger a red flag as well because it's at the top, at the exit of the Forest Curves as well. So it's right at the top through the Dunlop chicane. Full course yellow, and we've got another stopper. So we've got, I think, the number 1 is the... Oh, no. So, the number 1 car in trouble as well in LMP2 as well. The Richard Mille Racing Team. I think it's Tatiana Coldron in control of that. So, full course yellow out on the track because of 2 cars stopping. High Class Racing has stopped. The Richard Mille Racing Team has stopped as well. And it looks like they might have a red flag, with 2 things at 2 different parts. And the problem is, right now, the number 1 LMP2 is stopped at, it's in between Arnage and Porsche Curve. So it's in zone 7. So this might just stop it. Because last night there was a red flag as well in that part of the track. Next, slow zone. So she's got the information about the slow zone coming on there, the number 1. And Sophia Flörsch hits the control dash to 80 kilometers an hour for a slow zone. And the engine just dies. So that is not good news at all. Very bizarre situation. So, that car's got to be recovered back to the pit lane. The 20 car's in trouble. The 1 car's in trouble. Are they going to throw a red flag? That's the question. So what's happening now is that the number 1 with Sophia Flörsch and the LMP2 squad, the marshals are pushing the car from one side of the track to the other in order so that it is completely safe for the rest of the field. Now, they're having a bit of a kerfuffle, actually, to try and get it over. I think they've now finally got it in, but they're doing that because there is a massive gap between the cars now between them, with many of them coming into the pit lane. So that car's now been retrieved behind the barrier, and we should get the green flag out ASAP as the 49 car just get some work done down there. The High Class Racing LMP2 with the rear diffuser just being checked out as well. So I think we are moments away from going green, and in fact we are, as the green flag is out now, and we are back underway here at Le Mans for the third practice session with 2 hours, 12 minutes to go. We've got a yellow flag, and the stewards are zooming in on something down at Indianapolis. They are checking, I think, the curves. That's why we've got a car backwards into the wall. It looks like a Ferrari down at Indianapolis. And there it is. It's the 388 car, the Rindal Racing at the moment. The German team, the Ferrari as well out there. I think Johan Bleekemolen currently in control of that car. It could be Earhart as well. But away, gets it 360s and goes back. Let's check the camera angles. It's just now right at the top. Green flag back out then. And we've got a massive accident. The number 17, it's Dwight Marinian at the control for the IDEX Sport. This for sure will have to be a red flag, and it is a red flag. Coming down now in towards turn 1. He's got the 26 car just alongside him. Comes into the braking zone. Oh, rear's lock. Smashes into the wall. And breaks off the front suspension. The rear suspension gone as well. The tyre wall is done. And immediately, of course, a red flag. So Dwight Marinian is in control of that wheel as well. Front suspension gone as well. Luckily that the driver's okay because it's inside the cockpit. But red flag out here at Le Mans. The tyre barrier has absolutely been pulled out as well. This will be a long, long red flag in order to recover the car, clean up the track and get that tyre barrier back in. So red flag, session is stopped. Our first red flag of the session. We were green for 42 minutes. Then we had a full course yellow for exactly 8 minutes. And now we have a red flag, presumably, for the next 20 minutes in order to clear all this lot up. As one of the marshals falls over, gets up and runs back as well. So luckily it's at the end of the pit lane, so they can't get that car back to the pits. But that's a nasty one. So red flag out then here at Le Mans. And the green light is on at the end of the pit lane. And practice 3 can resume. And immediately the cars head out onto the track. We were under that red flag for 17 minutes and 32 seconds in total. And what is this? The 72 Porsche getting released in front of the 30 LMP2 as well. Not a good move there. Definitely going to be a bit of an unsafe release, I think, from both sides. But let's go through the session order as we're just ticked over under the red flag period, the first hour mark. It is Hypercar top with the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing. LMP2, it's the 31 Team WRT. In LMGT Pro, it is the Porsche GT 911 team as well out there. GT AM, it's the 77 WC Proton Racing, and in the innovative class as well, it's the Association SRT 41 squad for the 84 out there on the track. As you can see, 3 cars in LMP2 have stopped out on the track. Everybody else, though, is running out there okay at the moment as the green flags are out here at Le Mans. Oh, and Antonio Garcia in the 63 Corvette has hit the gravel trap coming into the Porsche curves, and it has brought out the yellow flags at the very least. And it was a big off as well. I don't think he's touched the barrier because I can't see any rear wing damage. And he's got the reverse. So let's take a look then. So he should be able to just get to the escape road to the exit. So he might just get away with this one. Let's see what happened coming into the Porsche curves now. Breaks the rear, doesn't brake at all. Sends the car into a spin. The gravel just stops him. And he does, unfortunately, just tap the wall with the rear suspension, the rear wing. So he did touch the wall. It bounced him back. So cosmetic damage only, maybe. And he's damaged the rear wing. It's actually hanging off. We can see at the rear right as well via the security cameras that we've got access to on race control. So that's put out the local yellows. He's returning to the track. No slow zone, back to green. Although it's right at the Porsche curves. So a flat out section of the track as well. Rear puncture looks like possibly because the car's vibrating hard at the back. So just got to wait a little here at the moment, but it's a good run. He'll make it back to the pit lane under the green. Gravel all over the exit curves as well. They're just checking to see if they have to stop the session for anything. Doesn't look like so. We're back under green flag running, but the 63 Corvette in the walls here at Le Mans. And the 29 Racing Team Netherlands is stuck in the gravel trap. And would you believe it? Another slow zone coming into effect. He's locked the rears and he's gone left into the gravel trap down at the Dunlop chicane, and a slow zone in effect at zone number 1. So once again, as the tractor comes out to recover the car, we are under a slow zone. But it's the Racing Team Netherlands with Van der Aard at the wheel that has gone into the gravel. Car removed. We are back to green flag running here at Le Mans. We've got a yellow last on the track at the Ford chicane and Porsche curve. So whatever it is, we're about to see it via the Jose Maria Lopez number 7 Toyota, which looking going to go fast overall in the hypercar. And we've got a car stopped right at the line. So one of the LMP2s has stopped directly on the exit of the track. It's alongside the paddock. Now this might trigger full course yellow, maybe mainly slow zone. So that fast lap there from Jose Maria Lopez gets crunched down as well as he goes back into the pit lane, and it's literally just opposite. I'm looking at it now. Can't see who it is just yet. It could be the IDEX Sport once again. We're just having it could be the number 30 as well. We can't see who it is just yet. It's not telling us because we've only got a front angle, not a side angle. Unfortunately, loads of the cars here are green. We think it is the 74 Racing Team Eurasia. And we've got a slow zone at that part of the track now. So, slow zone in effect. There we are. We've got it. I think it's the number 30. Yes, it's the Duqueen team as well with Rene Binder at the wheel. And that now has brought out the slow zone because it's stuck right at the exit. It's come to a halt, quite actually like what we saw yesterday in qualifying. That brought out a slow zone as well. Another one in effect with 1 hour 24 to go. Slow zone in effect now for zones 9, which goes from the Porsche curves to the Ford chicane, and zone 1 that goes from the start line to the end of the Dunlop chicane area of the track as well. And the number 7 Toyota came to a stop, but Control-Alt-Delete got him going again, which is great news. Got another car off. That brought a yellow flag down on the run into, I think, the Mulsanne paddock. No, it's into Arnage. So down in Arnage, one of the LMP2s, which the Racing Team Netherlands now, where I think another thing is going to happen. Or maybe it is actually down at the Mulsanne corner. Taking a look at it, Van der Aard up the inside, touching the side again of the 48 car. That was the highlight replay. So the 7's braked into Mulsanne, then gone right round the roundabout on the motorway and has rejoined the track. So he's done a complete Kimi Raikkonen of going all the way back round, and there you are, 360 back on the main track. As his teammate, the number 8 Toyota, gets compromised into the last couple of corners into Recudemont. But Sebastian Buemi crosses the line, gets out of the way of the Porsche Amateur, doesn't improve. Would have gone fastest, but that Porsche was in the way from the AM class as well. Cost him a second. I'd be livid if I was him. And we've got a big crash, and it's brought out the red flag. It is the 21 Dragon Speed with Juan Pablo Montoya at the wheel. And it's exactly the same as the previous red flag. It's down at the Dunlop chicane, which is turns 2 and 3 at the chicane area. It looks like he's locked the rear of the tyres and has smashed into the wall. The tyre barriers once again have come off at pit exit. Right, let's take a look. Oh, it's a brake failure, and he's gone straight into the side wall and has ripped off the tyre walls as well. That's a very heavy incident. So all 4 wheels have locked up, brakes have failed, and it's bang into the wall. So an hour ago, it was another red flag, and now it is another red flag. Wow. Now I saw the door open of Juan Pablo under his own power, so that's hopefully great news. He's got out of the car now. That is fantastic to see. So Juan Pablo Montoya is A-OK. But a very big accident here at Le Mans which has brought out the red flag, and that's a big rebuild job to be done on the front there of Juan Pablo Montoya as well, as we just lost our mics for a second. So everyone now getting pushed back to the pit lane, everyone coming back to the pit lane. This red flag then, the last one, was out for about 17 minutes. Let's see how long this one will play out for the same situation. We're under a red flag again here at Le Mans. And what's happened with the number 8 Toyota, a lock-up into the Arnage part of the track and nearly hit the wall as well. So Sebastian Buemi nearly making contact as well. It's all very dangerous situations at the moment. And this is the 7 car of Jose Maria Lopez coming into Mulsanne. Locks up, snatches the rear, and again goes back round the roundabout. Wow. And the green light is back on, and with 50 minutes to go, now the pit lane opens, and we are underway here once again. That last red flag brought us now up to 30 minutes and 38 seconds under a red flag. We are back to green running now as well. The last 50 minutes as the cars head back out onto the track, down through the Dunlop curves, through the Forest curves as well, before coming into Tete Rouge, before the Mulsanne straight as well. We're back onto green. Took a while and took long enough as well as the cars venture out as well. Security cameras all the way around the circuit as well to see anything else that happens as well. We'll be keeping our eyes on it throughout the day. Got a yellow flag that has come out somewhere on the track. Not sure where it is just yet because it's not at the last sector as one of the cars came into the pit lane. So where on earth is this yellow? And we are looking on our driver trackers as well. We're just going to have it. Oh, it's down in Indianapolis. So somebody's off in Indianapolis and someone's in the barriers. Down in Indianapolis, and we've knocked off the rear wing as well. It's the number 8. It's the number 8 Toyota with Kamui, with Kazuki Nakajima at the wheel. So the hypercar's gone into the wall. Now, how on earth has he managed to do this? Downhill, through into Indianapolis, into the braking zone, hits the brakes, the rear's lock, goes round like on a dime and just into the back of the wall. So Nakajima in the wall, in the number 8 Toyota, and if they can't get that car going again, it might be a third red flag. Maybe a slow zone, but the number 8 Toyota in the third practice session having an error. It's knocked off the rear wing as well, and we are going to have a slow zone out on the track. Well, it's unusual to see 1 or even 2 of the Toyotas having problems. The 7 went into the gravel trap earlier. The 8 now hit the wall, and this is actually great news for the Alpine team as well, who might be able to get a front row start if that gearbox is damaged ahead of the Hyperpole later on. Slow zone out on the track now, and it is slow zone 6 activated, which is the exit of Mulsanne all the way towards the exit of Indianapolis and towards Arnage, right where the accident is. Wow! And we've now got a full course yellow in effect. A full course yellow. Presumably that's because there is the tractor on the track as well. And maybe there's something else in another sector of the track that we haven't seen just yet. No, race control would have told me about that on the 360 camera. I can just see one incident on the monitors. But Kazuki Nakajima getting put back onto the track, and a disastrous run here. A full course yellow in effect as the number 7 comes in with Kamui Kobayashi at the wheel.
4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow removed. Full course yellow removed.
And away we go. The green flag is back out with 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go. We're under that full course yellow for around about 10 minutes as well. We've only actually had about 2 hours of running. So about 1 hour of it has been under either a red flag or full course yellow. A total of 49 minutes and 15 seconds has been under either red or yellow, plus the slow zones as well. So actually not that much running as I thought there would be in this session. But out we go, the last 12 minutes of the day practice sessions as well. Then we go to Hyperpole and the last session as well of 2 hours of practice tonight. It's all go, go, go from now. And the number 8 Toyota has got going again. It's exited Arnage and after the incident at Indianapolis, and he's now running down towards the Porsche curves. He's coming very, very slowly back to the pit lane. He's got no rear wing, actually, so that's gone. But it looks more like a proper race car at the moment. It's like a Formula E car with a roof at the moment. Maybe the dev bots as well, but the rear wing's gone on the back of that. It's quite funny, actually, to see it like that. But it's getting in. Last 10 minutes then of this session, and the clouds are coming in as well, actually. A lot of rain clouds at the top of the circuit. The 708 to the Gleikenhus Racing as well, with Oliver Pla coming across it as well. He is 10th up Sector 1. 10th and a half up in Sector 2. The 36 Alpine Elf Matmut with Nicolas Lapierre currently is 0.8 of a second faster. Can they go faster across the line than what we've seen from the 2 Toyota Gazoo Racings? They're coming up now towards the line as well. Personal best of all. Can they do any good? As we see, first of all, though, out on the track, the 708 Gleikenhus Racing with Pla at the wheel coming through the final 4 chicanes into Racudemont. Yellow flag somewhere on the track. We'll deal with that in a second. The 708 crosses the line. Doesn't go top. He's 6/10 down. Goes into P2 on the line. His own best time. And the Alpha goes top. Yes, the Alpine goes top. Alpine fastest. 3:26.594. Fabulous time there as well. And he is faster than the time set in FP1 and in FP2. And he is only a couple of tenths off the time set from the 7 Toyota yesterday in qualifying. As we've got a car in the wall down on the track. And this might bring out the red flags because it's only 4 minutes to go the session. So car in the wall, it's one of the GTE cars. That's all I can tell you at the moment. I can't even tell you where it is on the track. Because we're not showing that picture just yet. I'm looking quickly. I can see it on the race control picture. So it looks to me like it could be a Corvette in the wall. I can't see anyone missing on the track. Let's see who stopped. Out one in GT Pro and GT Am. There we go. It's down in Indianapolis. So it's one of the, looks like Corvettes in Indianapolis. We've got a slow zone in effect as well. So there's the confirmation of everyone looking the same thing with the neck going all the way around over there as well. Slow zone in effect now. And on the track, can't see which one it is either, but all I can tell you is that the marshals are there and the car's stuck up there. And until we get the confirmation of who it is, unfortunately we can't tell you because nothing's coming up. So here's Kamui Kobayashi at the moment. Andre Negrão takes over in the Alpine Elf Matmut as the slow zone is now at Marshall Post 20 and slow zone 6 in effect into Indianapolis once again as the tractor comes down on the track now as well to recover everybody. Now hopefully as well we'll see which car it is now as it comes up on the monitors. With 2:52 to go. Nope, can't see it at the moment. I'm looking on the track. There's one stopped in the Pro and one in the GT Am categories as well. Here we go. It's a Ferrari TF Sport. No, it's an Aston Martin TF Sport. And it's the 95 with Hancock at the wheel, Oliver Hancock. So that's brought out the slow zone. So it's an Aston Martin for the 95 TF Sport off in the wall as he's recovered from Indianapolis. Gets going, the tractor will go back, and hopefully we'll be back to green soon with only 2 minutes 19 left on the clock. 30 seconds left then here, and we have got the green flags back out. So the final practice before the Hyperpole session can get underway once again. Just having a quick look at TweetDeck as well to see if anything's there. You can get in touch as well throughout the sessions using @JoshuaBirch99 as well on Twitter. You can get in touch with me directly and I can have a conversation as well throughout the sessions and you'll see it in the highlights. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that stops the session. And for the first time here at Le Mans in a number of years, It is not either of the Toyotas topping the session. It was the number 7 who dominated the first practice and the first half of qualifying. It was the number 8 Toyota who had the free practice too, but it is the Alpine Elf Matmut team, the 36 squad in the hypercar category, who have topped practice 3 with a 3:26.594. In LMP2, it has been the 38 Jolter squad as well. And LMGT Pro, it's the 92 Porsche GT team in the 911 RSR 19. The same car, but for a different team, tops the LMGT HAM category for the 88 squad of Dempsey Proton Racing. And in the out there as well, in the innovative class, the Association SRT 4184 car, the only car in that lobby, will top that session as well. So, checkered flag, the session concludes here at Le Mans, and everyone now comes back into the pit lane. They will now get ready for the Hyperpole coming up, which will be live here on YouTube as well. Coming to you shortly. Our transmission starts at 7:55 p.m. British Summer Time for the last session before going into free practice 4. A lot of damage out there today. 2 red flags lasting half an hour. 2 full course yellows lasting about 19 minutes. The green flag running was 2 hours and 10 minutes. So 50 of those minutes caused under either full course yellow or red flag. A very messy session. My thanks to you all. We'll see you later.